communicate the gospel, okay? Be holy. So are the branches, which are Israelites, right? Verse 17, and if some of the branches be broken off, and thou being a wild olive tree, were grafted in among them, and with them partakest of the root and the fatness of the olive tree. Now let's go back and let's see what the branches are. All right, we're gonna go to Jeremiah 2 and 21, right? This Jeremiah 2 and 21. Yet have I planted thee a noble vine, holy and right seed. How art thou turned into a degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me? See? So Israel became strange, okay? That's the wild olive tree, okay? They became strange, okay? And Paul at that time was talking about the Gentiles, okay? This Jeremiah, let me see, 11. And see if I got something else. Oh. Now remember, that olive tree, right? There's Jeremiah 11 and 17. For the Lord of hosts that planted thee had pronounced evil against thee. For the evil of the house of Israel and the house of Judah, which they have done against themselves to provoke. Sorry, I'll read verse 17. Sorry, go back up to 16. This Jeremiah 11 and 16. The Lord called thy name a green olive tree, fair and of goodly fruit, with noises of a great tumult had he kindled fire upon it, and the branches of it are broken. Let's talk about Israelites to let you know. Okay? And they became strange, and they became degenerate, they became wild, they are broken. Okay? So going back to Romans, Romans 11 and 17. And if some of the branches be broken off, and thou being a wild olive tree were grafted in among them, and with the partakers, with them partakers of the root and the fatness of the olive tree. Right? That's the blessings of the kingdom, man. What they gonna inherit. They're co-heirs with YAHAWASHI. Boast not against the branches. Talking about the other Israelites who knew they was Israelites, who rejected YAHAWASHI and the word. Talking to the Gentiles who coming back to the fold, which are Israelites. But if thou boast, thou bearest not the root, but the root in thee. So you got to remember, your faith was laid on you, and it was a gift by the Heavenly Father, okay? It was not by your own, so you don't boast, okay? Verse 19, thou wilt say then, the branches were broken off that I might be grafted in. Now we're gonna get that word grafted, because that's key right there. We're gonna get that word grafted. We're gonna look that up, the word grafted, right? And what verse was I in? I was in verse 19. Right? And we're gonna look up that word grafted. Oh, that's Satan, boy. Oh, okay.
This is everybody. charges for that.
This Greek 1461, and we're looking up the word grafted in Romans 11 and 19.
Oh yeah. It's like, ew.
Just got back from Memphis today.
Ekriso. Okay, that's the Greek word for ekriso. Okay, let the double say it. In it, what I'm focusing on is to cut into for the sake of inserting a scion, right? So that's what that means, okay? In the Greek, grafted. To cut into for the sake of inserting a scion. I'm gonna let you see it.
We got here, so we drove in yesterday.
Right.
And that's when the happened.
That's the key I'm focusing on.
Yeah. So that was
Right? And that's key right there because you got to look up that word, scion, right? That's key right there. So I'm going to go to the etymology, right? And I'm going to look up the word scion. It says a shoot, a twig, especially one for grafting. From Old French, scion, descended. So there it go right there. So that's what that word grafted mean in Romans 11 chapter. Anytime you look up the word grafted, it means, it goes into the word scion and it means descended. And I'm on, dang. I lost my spot. Oh, okay.
I'm sure I could pick someone out in the crowd who knew me, and I'm like, I'm right next to her.
Okay, I'm gonna let you see it. See that? That's the etymology online, dictionary. Okay? So it means a descendant.
It's Harlow's. Harlow's?
Okay? That word grafted, right? When you read the book of Romans 11 chapter, anytime you look up that word grafted, that's what it means when you look it up. It goes into a descendant. Okay? Thou wilt say then, the branches were broken off that I may be grafted in, a descendant, right? So they're getting proud, right? So Paul tells them don't be that way, man, okay? Which they know, which they coming back into the fold. See, they didn't know they was Israelites, but Paul telling them, look, salvation is for you, okay? So he telling them, look, don't get proud, you know? Verse 20, well, because of the unbelief, they were broken off. So Paul was telling them, look, this is why the Israelites who knew they were Israelites were broken off. This is why they rejected the truth. This is why they rejected YAHAWASHI, okay? And thou standest by faith. He telling them, look, the reason why they were broken off and the reason why they rejected because it's based off faith, okay? And he telling them, look, y'all stand by faith, okay? And that's what that's talking about in the 6th verse, okay? It wasn't works, it was grace.
It just saw us over there.
Through faith, okay? Be not high-minded, but fear. Verse 21, for if God spared not the natural branches, the ones who knew they was Israelites, take heed lest he also spared not thee, okay? Verse 22, behold, therefore, the goodness and severity of God of them which fail, right? Severity, but toward thee goodness, if thou continue in his goodness, otherwise thou also shalt be cut off, okay? So in other words, taken away from you, okay? Because it was taken away from them because they lost faith. All you got to do is read Matthew 21 and 41, the Lord explains to them how it's going to be taken away from them because they don't believe in him and they didn't believe in the words. So you can read that. That was the severity of it. Matter of fact, I'm going to look up the word severity. I want to say the judgment, a harsh judgment.
I'm actually not.
Severity.
So anytime you
That's in verse
shoot me
22.
a little email and have extras if you want. I could be fifth or sixth or seventh on the list.
That's Greek 66, 663.
I still say it's just not on any of these. I saw that.
Ruggedness, severity, rigor. No, it's something else in here. I'm going to Greek 664. Now, let's see if I can find some. Cruelty. Yeah, that's cruelty. Yeah, you go to Greek. Well, I'll show it to you. Greek 664.
When you live where I do, they don't have
Apotamo, and it's Greek.
How many people are there like that?
Right? Sharply, severity, cruelty. That's what I'm focused on. And
gotta get real close to somebody in front of you so you just pull it off. She pulled off the flat.
so there you go. Right? So there was the judgment on them. That was sharp and cruel on them. Okay? The Most High be that way towards you when you reject them. And that's what happened to them when they rejected Yahweh, the word in YAHAWASHI. It's gonna be cruel, it's gonna be sharp and cruel to them because they're gonna face on this side, because of men back here again, they're gonna face destruction. Okay? Before they get to the kingdom. This oh, that verse 22, right? I'm jumping to verse 23. And they also, if they abide not still in unbelief, shall be grafted in. Grafted in, for God is able to grab them in again. Why? Because they're gonna be saved on the other side, man. They're gonna have to suffer this first death. The second death, but they're gonna be saved on the other side. You know, they're gonna have to be brought back as newborn babies. Okay? Verse 24. For if thou were cut out of the olive tree, which is wild by nature, and are grafted contrary to nature into a good olive tree, how much more shall these which be the natural branches be grafted into their own olive tree? Question. And the wild olive tree are the Gentiles. Okay? That's what that's talking about. Verse 25. For I would not, brethren, that ye be ignorant of this mystery. That's the mystery of how the Lord was going to save Israel. Okay? That's the mystery how the Lord was going to save Israel. And the mystery about how Israel fell away, and how the Gentiles, and how the Most High was going to have the Israelites that knew they were Israelites rejected, but still get saved on the other side. That's a mystery, man. That was a mystery to them at that time. But we understand it now through the Spirit. Verse 25, Romans 11:25. For I would not, brethren, that ye should be ignorant of the mystery, lest ye should be wise in your own conceit, that blindness in part had happened to Israel until the fullness of the Gentile be come in. And that's that, man. They ain't talking about the other nations, it's talking about Israelites. Okay? Verse 26. And so all Israel shall be saved, as it is written, there shall come out of Zion the deliverer, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob. So that's going to be in the kingdom, man. Start with the elect, man. Going back up to that remnant, right? When you read Romans 11 and 4, that's going